be a monster with 2 entries. Elige not too far behind with the pick of his own. That was a very quick round in favor of Liquid, and that's if there was ever any doubt out there that, oh, Liquid doesn't care about this game, they're going to goof off. No, not at all. They want to win this game. It makes it easier for themselves at LAN when a team like Conquest is there instead of CLG in the long run.
True.
So they have everything to gain by making sure that their rival's not at this event. Like I said, if they wind up getting grouped with them, that makes things a little bit better for them. So they definitely they want this themselves, and we're going to see the second round coming in. A little bit of a force buy from CLG, stacking this B bomb site. Lots of nades as well to try to stop this B rush, but it doesn't really do much damage.
Yeah, actually, they were able to avoid all those nades, but a huge dig to start the round here. Nitro's already down to 7 HP on the top of B platform. The bomb is dropped intentionally, though, at the back of the B platform, or B tunnels, as they're still trying to feel out the round. They're trying to get these entries, but it's going to be CLG that gets the first blood.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they did a lot of damage. JDM, you know, doing that work to Nitro weakens him up, and they're able to collect him there. And now it's Hayes stepping up, quad kill with that P250.
Wow.
What a play from Hayes! But it's Hiko, the clutch master, to 1v2. You favor him in these types of spots, especially since he has the firepower advantage. Let's see how this rolls out, man.
And armor for him, no armor right now for Cutler and FNS, and at the same time, they only have pistols, and he's got the AK, and who better than Hiko to try to clutch it? So he spots the first one inside the drop zone, trying to make it inside the site. He has no idea that Finesse is around the wall, though. Finesse is about to push it out, so actually, he hears him running. Now they're going to try to sandwich it from both sides. He goes for the 1 versus 1, try to lure out the 1 versus 1 instead of double peaks. But he still has a lot of time to work here to try to plant this bomb at least. But then Finesse comes out, gets the kill, and they get the Eco Cobra. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you think that, like, their best bet to get the eco was having that nade stack work, but it really didn't. But like I said, JDM hits a really key shot on Nitro, really softens him up, and then look at Hayes, man, a quad kill round. You can't ask for better. And then when it came down to that final 2v1 situation against Hiko, again, you favor him in those spots. He's got an AK, he's got the armor, he's a clutch king, but CLG played that to the T perfect on how they approached that 2 versus 1 to make sure they closed out the round, and now they have a fighting chance. Liquid, they're right back to forcing out. They're going to try to reset CLG's economy immediately. They had those Tech 9s and head armor in play, and they're leaning over towards this B side of the map. In fact, they already have Nitro snuck out on the long B platform, so let's see how this shapes up.
Yeah, they blended off Finesse, but he still has cover from JDM and his teammate Hayes inside the drop zone. JDM's going to get the first kill in this round. Finesse comes back and then drops Fugly. The rest of them are trying to push through with the Tech 9s at the upper B bomb site, but Finesse still going to work. He loves that drop zone area, comfortable in his skin, and he makes it 2-1 here for CLG.
Remember, that is one of the key matchups we just talked about in the pregame show from Alpha Draft, is that Finesse has to be able to hold that drop zone. Granted, JDM and company also need to be able to contain Nitro at the long B plat, but, you know, people like Elige or Fugly are going to be trying to try to, you know, punch things in over there. And so they need to have a good game. And so far, CLG, after losing Pistol, they've kept their composure, and now they have Liquid onto a save for a chance to extend their lead here early in the half. So this is looking pretty decent so far, as we are going to see Liquid just gathering up over here towards mid for just some type of eco push.
Yeah, this is interesting because Tarek is just around the corner of me. If they are able to take him down, they're still going to get some cover from Cutler just on the other side of the door. So it's still very good position for CLG, although it might be some 1 versus 1 battles to start things out. But Tarek gets so much information right now by hearing all of these guys running at mid up towards long A.
You already had the rotation coming in from Finesse. He's already over here towards the doors, and they've put Hayes more towards the drop. And even JDM's pushed long Bs. They have so much intel right now. They're perfectly positioned for this. This shouldn't be a problem. Let's say this get completely outshot.
Well, let's see what happens here. They're trying to push out right now. Hiko's going to be the first one to fall from Tarek, and Finesse is also inside the site, so they're easily dispatching Liquid 1 by 1, leaving Nitro the last man standing with 16 HP. I don't think he'll get anything done out of that. JDM also, another thing that we've seen him, being very comfortable using the P90 for the first few rounds on CT side as well. So if it's not Finesse with a Mag 7, he has an AK picked up from the round from a few rounds ago. It's going to be a Mag 7 for Finesse, and then JDM with the P90 just to rush around.
Yeah, he's keeping, he's not getting his op. I don't agree with this. I think you need that op in as quickly as possible to put up this stout defense now that Liquid's back on AKs, but we'll see if it pans out here. He is going to be able to play that broken wall with it up close, and so maybe he can still find something with it. We are going to see Liquid again approaching this A. They're going to leave Fugly over there to still put pressure on the long B platform, but their goal here is to try to split this A bomb site again. And that's going to be up to Tarek and Cutler to try to hold this off for now. But Tarek is, again, getting some pretty good intel on what's going on here. But no one's rotated just yet here from CLG. Finesse is starting to cheat over just a little bit.
That is interesting that Cutler still has his MP7, so very confident on how he wants to play this. But that's why you see SMGs, you have to play close range. He tried to play close towards the mid double doors. His teammate's already fallen, so now he's out in the open. They clear out the A bomb site, and at this point, it might force them to go on a safer CLG unless they're able to get a few kills. But after all those smokes, that's going to last a good 24, 25 seconds. Then it's going to be the easy plan that the last 3 guys here for CLG will be forced to save inside the B bomb site.
Yeah, and I mean, Hayes was able to catch Fugly's lurking over on the B side of the map, and that was a great kill to get. But the problem is that you have CLG kind of playing a double mid setup, kind of playing the crossfire there inside that giant mid room, and so they left long A completely exposed. Not only that, they didn't get really enough information. Like, Fugly put enough pressure at B to keep people in place, so Finesse couldn't really early rotate as he had done the round previous, and you just have Nitro and Elish come out of long A, and it's uncovered, and grab both kills inside that mid room, and that's what wins the round right there. It's all over. CLG are forced to back off and save. And there's no need to fear this yet. This is more of a terrorist-sided map, and CLG still have the lead at this point, and they've kept some guns, so they're still okay, but that was a big round from Liquid.
Yeah, they're really counting on Tarek to get a few kills there holding that A side. That's why you still had Cutler with that MP7 playing close with them at mid doors. If they were going to try to push towards these mid double doors for Liquid, they could actually set up for trades. But because of that, they saw no action, like you mentioned here, does. Tarek had to fall back and try to gain more information. And as he did, it was too little too late. Everybody already committed for Team Liquid outside at long A, and you got caught off guard and made it quite easy for them to take the A site.
Now JDM does in fact have that off, and he is going to be over here towards that long B platform. So now this is kind of like the main defense that CLG likes to use. It is in place already. Cutler and Tarek trying to play long A this time. Cutler able to get the dink off onto Elish, but he also takes a little bit of heat and is forced to back up here. This is the same play from Liquid, but there is a counter boost that Fugly has to deal with here. Not sure if he's aware of it just yet, but that could be a big duel coming up here pretty soon.
And I'm wondering if the smoke dissipates, that Finesse is going to drop back into Skyfall or the drop zone area. But like you said, going for the guns now, maybe the reason why they kept the submachine guns or whatnot. Lose a round, win this round, reset the money back for Team Liquid. And yes, indeed, Finesse gets the headshot into Fugly, and we have Elish that's going to try to look around.
Yeah, Finesse has already made it over here towards the A side, and Cutler is able to get a kill, and Tarek is still actually boosted up in an unorthodox spot, so maybe he catches somebody here as well. He's covered from long A, he'll peek out, he grabs the kill, and I mean, CLG are just getting some really nice shots right now.
Yeah, they finally take down FNS and Tarek, though, so it's going to be a 3 versus 2. They're going to try to move inside this A bomb site now for Nitro and Hiko, the last 2 remaining. The Clutcher and the Entry Fragger. Nitro's going to try to move in. Lots of footsteps being heard. He sees the shadow. Hayes peeks out, gets the headshot, and drops the bomb carrier. Now it's going to have to be Hiko on a 3 versus 1, but he still has to fight against the op of GDM. Gets the headshot, so the opper is down. It's a 2 versus 1. He knows that Hayes is at the APC, so he has to find out where Cutler's the last man standing. He takes him down, but there's no time left, and Cutler's playing it safe. He's staying towards the A halls, and because of that communication says, hey, there's not enough time, he's going to try to move in. Oh, he's going to go for the plant. He's going to get it.
Nope. The fire doesn't extend fast enough to push Hiko out. Hiko steps up and grabs the kill. What a play from Hiko. That's what you get when you pick that man up. He clutches for you. And that is so harsh, Vansilli. I mean, CLG played the early round so well. They got 3 opening picks. But then it's just Nitro and Hiko rolling through. Hiko with the clutch, and that's just vintage Hiko. I mean, that's like early 2014 Hiko right there, man.
That is crazy game sense there for Hiko, because at the same time, like I said, Nitro pushed too far into that A site and dropped that bomb. Hiko just knew the timing he had left to just get the bomb plant at the last second, so that was amazing play for him, just to know where his enemies are, the time that's left, and where his opponents might be after the plant.
It's also unfortunate that Cutler's Incendiary just didn't quite land where it needed to be to push Hiko off that plant. That was also a big thing to catch there, but we have an equal exchange at B thus far. JDM's finally coming into form. He got destroyed by Hiko last round, but he's come up with 2 kills here, and he's put his team into a man advantage, so this is pretty good stuff now.
Yeah, they went for the force. Well, they went for the force buy for at least JDM going for the glass cannon, so he has no utilities to work with, so has to count on his teammates to try to support him, and he does so. He misses the shot onto the one on the top of the platform, which is going to be a Dread that was trying to go for the early peak with that bomb, and now Hiko almost wins that fight again against an AWP, puts JDM down to 20, but now they're both spotted here at the B platform on a 4 versus 2. Tarek is going to be taken down. He pushes him out. He gets a double kill. He's going to try to go for a third. Sees a sliver in the shoulder of JDM at the statue, but couldn't get the kill. 36 seconds left on the clock. FNS is spotting from the drop zone area as well. As soon as Hiko peeks back out, And then finally FNS stops that spree, and it's a 2 versus 1. Now 1 versus 1, both of them lit for both sides. Can Adren win this one here, or is it going to be GDM that gets the hold? It's going to be GDM that gets the hat trick and holds it and saves it for CLG. But again, it was going to be another big round for Hiko there, Dust.
Anytime you see Adren and Hiko playing together in a 2vx situation, you gotta just bite your tongue because they play those late rounds so very well. That was so dangerously close. JDM was really, really low. But think about it. I mean, JDM was one of the guys that fell to Hiko's clutch last round. Didn't matter. They kept their composure. He pulls out the op and he puts up a hat trick defending that B-bomb site. So props to JDM. That's exactly what CLG needs out of him. If they want to get through this thing alive and get that land spot, what a big round there from him to close that thing out. And now Liquid, they're just on pistols here. They do take control of the mid room. They're looking for that A split again. Oh, nice round from Tarek.
Yeah, because you can see at the same time there was no money for Tarek as well, so he was able to get that kill with the 5-7, but they don't have any armor here, so it's a little bit easier for him to get the kills. Go for the chase right now. He gets another one and a hat trick. He'll hold the A-bomb side there with support from his teammates. Now it's going to be 5-3. Things are looking good for them so far, and Hiko asking for a pause, actually.
I don't think this is tactical. I feel like this has to be some type of a tech issue. Yeah, apparently it's a mic problem. Yeah, it's not quite that point where Liquid needs to take a timeout. I think both teams are sitting pretty decent right now. CLG obviously, though, at the advantage. Like I said, this map has swayed a bit T-sided, especially in the NA scene for quite some time. But even you see some top international players talking about how they feel this map is swayed a bit more towards the terrorist. And so with CLG being able to retain that lead, not only that, but battling back after losing a 3 versus 1. And being able to take that round with JDN coming up really big in B, and now dealing with that eco quite effectively. You're seeing both. I mean, this is a tense game, man. Like, we've already seen some pretty big highlight reel moments in this game so far.
You can see it from the Alpha Draft scoreboard right now. It's
Sparkles is just losing his mind right now on YouTube, like about to just flare up some vids over there.
Yeah, most likely. Lots of big rounds coming through, lots of big kills as well. So you definitely do not see this laid-back type of spirit that we were maybe expecting to see from Team Liquid. They're here to play, they're here to frag, and they actually already have 3 rounds coming in here out of 8 so far. But like you said, things might be skewed more towards T side. But when we're looking at this head-to-head for both of these teams, their average, I guess, for Team Liquid for T rounds is around 7 or 8, right? So they're looking good so far. Still 7 more rounds to work with where they could actually bring it back to their average.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are on pace to do what they need to do this half. It's just about who's actually going to go ahead and take the reins. I mean, both people are still in position here. Like I said, it is definitely a little bit leaning towards CLG just because they have the lead on the CT side and they have a slightly better economy, but really these rounds have come down so close that both teams are looking quite fragile when it comes to bank. Both teams likely forced to save after their first loss, so this round could be worth 2 right here.
See what comes out of that. So we do have a 5-7 surprisingly still in the hands of Tarek. He doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, he doesn't have the money.
Well, I'm wondering if he could have had a drop there from JDM, but it doesn't matter. Hayes is going to get the opening kill onto Adren. Traded out, though, as the Tech-9s come through from Nitro, who gets 2. So they've overwhelmed this B-bomb site for Team Liquid. They actually have amazing position as well, post-plant.
Again, it's that matchup, Hayes versus Nitro at B. Hayes got his 1 kill, with the Nitro comes in with 2 entries of own, and now they have a post-plant with a man advantage here. CLG have to try to make this retake work, but you wonder if they'll back off if they can't find some picks soon, but they won't even be given the chance. Liquid just taking them and ripping them apart here, and that's it, man. Another round goes to Liquid, and they just keep answering right back at each other. No one can streak more than 2 rounds.
Oh, yeah, and now things are going to be... We're going to see if it's going to be a gamble coming in. Indeed, it's going to be. So it's going to be a glass cannon up one more time for JDM. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That max 7 for FNS playing towards that drop zone is still very deadly.
Absolutely. And now the op is going to be in Adren's hands for the first time. He has not had a good game thus far, but this will be his first chance to see what he can do with the AWP, as they are going to slow things down just a bit. Nitro still kind of putting some pressure here at B a bit, but they're really relying on Adren to see if anyone's going to peek him at A. No one's going to, though. So this is a quite, like, let's just say a change of pace here on how slow things are. Liquid just working their default for right now, but might be thinking B later on.
I like the positioning, though, at least for the CT side towards A. Yeah, it focuses more towards an A hold and harder for a rotation, so they have to play big for the rest of CLG towards B side. But the way that they're positioned, they have the whole A side covered, and also can have better support for trades. At the end of the day, though, we are committing towards the B bomb site for Team Liquid, so it's going to have to be FNS that really has to hold it with this Mag 7 and the rest of the guys towards this B bomb site.
Yeah, Finesse has to see if he can't do battle with Fuck. We talked about that matchup as well, and then the Alpha Draft pregame show. And now they're coming out Long B Plat, but JDM is here with this but he gets taken out by Adrian. It's a big duel to win.
Yeah, Finesse at least gets the Mag 7 kill. Hayes also falls inside the site, so Tarek has to try to get something done. At least Finesse gets the kill onto Hiko after picking up the AK-47. So it's a 2 versus 2. Big fight by Cutler. Drops the bomb carrier. Nitro, the last man standing on a 2 versus 1. He's at the bomb site. He's looking for the bomb. He picks it up now, and he's going to try to get this plant. So Cutler, close it in. He spots FNS, passes through the door, puts him down to 6 HP, makes it a 1 versus 1. His opponent peeks out. He's got 3 HP. Can he survive? Clock is ticking on the bomb. Cutler moves around the corner. He's out wide, and Nitro this time clutches for Team Liquid.
Oh my god, dude. I'm just literally standing up some of these rounds, dude. It is ridiculous. Like, look at how they're swinging each other. Adrin, he gets the opening pick with the op against JDM. Big kill. But then Finesse with the response from drop down. But then Nitro able to close it. So each team kind of had their moment there in that round where they looked like they were taking control and about to put it away. But it's Nitro at the end winning a 1v2. Can't believe he got away from Cutler right there with that 3 HP to even give himself a shot at that. And now it's CLG on the save. Liquid looking to possibly just smash into this B bomb site again. They're lining up the flashes here. They're up against just pistols, and they have a chance to rip the lead right back away from CLG. What an intense game we're treated to tonight, Vance.
Definitely, and exactly like you said, they are broke right now for CLG. At least they have a 5-7 and a CZ to work with. It's a little bit different from the eco that they had before against Team Liquid on round number 2 that they won, because they did have P250s and 5-7s, a little bit more of those. And there you go, they already spot that 5-7 to put him down to 40 HP. Finesse is running blinded right into Nitro's AK-47. We get a double kill at the same time, so this is not going to be that Eco Cobra hiss from round number 2. It should easily be now Team Liquid's round.
Yeah, absolutely. Nitro just coming in like a madman here with the AK and just taking care of people left and right. And so Cutler's just all alone here with the 5-7, hoping to see if he can't just get maybe an exit on someone or something like that. But I mean, like I said, you see the swaying back and forth as the pendulum swings in this game between these two teams. CLG put themselves in a decent lead there for a bit, but then Liquid just come right back at them and they have the lead back. And now, again, they're still on pace to have a pretty big terracide the way things are going right now. CLG has to respond. They don't have JDM's op at B either this round. That's really, really key. That's a big tool that they use quite often to defend that, and they don't have it. So someone else has to step up now.
At least it's okay for them being able to go small armor, having a little bit more money, $600 extra to maybe try to go for some needs here as they do, but no kits on their utility belt either. So this is going to have to be sheer firepower they're going to have to hold. And it has been a little bit difficult for them here holding this B side. And it's just great entries being displayed by Team Liquid to get inside this B bomb site. And they've already wasted all of their flashes except for JDM, who might still be able to cover up that upper B for a little bit longer. But after that, you're going to see Team Liquid streaming out towards this B bomb site again.
Yeah, if you're a Liquid fan, you're just licking your chops watching how Nitro's playing right now. He's off to a great start here. He's really doing some great things. Hayes does have a nice little boost here. Maybe if Nitro steps out, he's holding that angle. That could get rid of a big weapon for Liquid pretty quickly. Smoke going to come in, slowing things down just a bit, but you know that that clock is ticking ever so closer to Liquid just exploding onto B. And can Hayes and JDM, with JDM just having an M4, are they going to be able to put a stop to this entry from Liquid?
Yeah, I think this is why we see this. The way that you have it set up right now for drop zone to execute drop zone, execute upper B, you could basically have a 5-man push simultaneously inside this B bomb site. And this is why it makes it hard for the CTs. But JDM drops 2 of his own with the M4, drops the bomb carrier as well. And he does get support from Tark. It's already a 2 versus 1. Again, a 1 versus 1. And again, it's going to be Hiko. He's got 70 HP. The flash comes through. He spots Tarek. He's fully blinded, but there's 20 seconds left. And he has to go for the bomb or for the kill. Tarek leans in, and he gets another clutch! A 2 versus 1 instead of a 3 versus 1 this time, but CLG has got to be tilted so far because of that.
Hiko's earning that damn paycheck tonight, man. That's 2 clutches for him on really, really key rounds. And again, JDM actually did kind of step up with the M4, you know, getting a couple of kills, but the big deal is Liquid got Finesse out of the equation. Finesse has actually been having a pretty hot game for CLG. He's their top fragger. They took him out for free at the drop down. They were still able to kind of muscle their way through B. Big play for JDM and Cutler to keep themselves in the round, but Hiko with low HP still wins that 1v1 against Tarek at the end, and that's another round for Liquid. Now they're at 7. It's CLG once again on a 4 spot. Cutler only at a mag 7. Everyone else on upgraded pistols. No armor, no utility. This is looking a bit rough this round.
Yeah, but the big question is, why did Tarek actually contest Hiko in the drop zone when they knew the bomb was down? Well, we could maybe talk about it a little bit later because we're trying to get towards 8. Tarek gets the headshot. Cutler going to work as well with the mag 7. Picks up the AK-47. Draws the bomb carrier. Continues to spray. Takes down the Legion. Fuzzy's now the last man standing on a 2 versus 1. This is an insane match so far for these two teams.
Wow.
And we are... Actually, it is an honor to be able to see this matchup so far, and those guys watching over at MLG TV as well. I'm pretty sure you guys are as excited as we are. But the bomb is down. He makes it a 1 versus 1. Fugly, the consistent fragger, trying to clutch this one as the smoke is slowly dissipating where Hayes is hiding right inside. He has a deagle. He puts him at 13 HP, but Fugly wins it and saves it for Team Liquid, but a lot of economy hurt.
So Fugly has a 2v1, Nitro has a 2v1, Hiko has a 3v1 and a 2v1. So that's 4 big clutch rounds for Liquid in this game. And that's making all the difference, really. That's been the big difference maker, I feel like. It's just the ability of Liquid to close out these clutch rounds with multiple players doing it. So that's definitely good news there for Liquid, who, again, I mean, they want to beat CLG. They want to make it easier on themselves at LAN, you know. They would much rather be grouped up against Conquest than CLG, so this means a lot to them as well. Just as much, more so for CLG, though, who just want the spot. But Liquid, again, they're looking for this fast B hit here.
Let's see if it's going to work out. Oh, did the nade come from his teammates? Yes, the nades came up from his teammates to put Hayes down to 20 HP. Miscommunication there coming through, and that gives an advantage right now for Liquid to make their way inside the bomb site, but Finesse is still alive and close. The spray comes through, he's trying to get the kill, but he misses all the shots. It's Fugly that gets the kill. But at least he's able to get that revenge frag. It's a 3 versus 2, and JDM's on that flank from upper Big B platform. Now the bomb is planted. JDM's creeping across, so they have to count on him to try to get and narrow it down to a 2 versus 2 by getting a kill here. One peek gets a leg shot, unfortunately, yes. So Finesse is going to have to try to win a 3 versus 1. Makes it 2. Knows that one's towards Chicken Coop, flank from behind, so at least the positioning's there. He doesn't have a kit, so he has to act quick. Oh, that was unlucky right there. The bullet's just whipped by a Legion. He manages to get the kill in the end, and it's 9-5 in favor of Team Liquid, and they are looking so strong.
They really are, man. I mean, that's just them being able to get out of B yet again. You know, it's unfortunate because a lot of these rounds have come close. Like, I mean, on that eco round, Cutler got a hat trick and put him in position to win, but still, like, the clutching ability of Liquid just on point tonight. And that round, that was just pretty clean, right? That was just Liquid spilling out in the B and taking care of business, no problem. Like, again, Nitro having such a great game. Really, everyone's in the double digits here. Everyone's playing well. You're having one of those games where Legion and Nitro are both on form. Dren, yeah, he's bottom fragging, but what has he had to really even do this game? I mean, with Nitro and Elise doing what they're doing, Fugly and Hiko clutching it up, he hasn't been called on much here. And this is the last round of the half, and Liquid, if they can win this one, CLG are in a lot of trouble going into the second half.
Yeah, and, you know, Adren's 3-10, but at the same time, they don't really need him. Everybody else is playing their role. Like, if they need him to op, he'll actually get the op. That's
he did win that big goal on JDM, yeah.
Exactly, at that statue side. If not, you're going to get the clutch. Hiko's in there is in the team for clutches. He's able to do it. He did it twice. You have Fugly, consistent fragger. Keeps on getting these frags coming through. Nitro's on fire. Elish is on fire. These two guys, the sentry fraggers, they're getting it done. And they're going to try to do it again this time.
Yeah, can Hayes step up here? JDM, again, hasn't had that op a whole lot this half due to the economy, and that's actually been a big factor. But Hayes steps up. He takes out Nitro quickly, but Hiko with the op. He gets the kill. Finesse blinded, finds one, but it's an equal trade, and that means that Liquid still had the man advantage here. 3v2 as they're trying to take into B. JDM has to come up huge here.
He's going to spot the first one nursed. No, Fugly decides not to drop down. Finally, he does so. Gets the first headshot. Knows that Hiko's just around the corner. Tarek evens it up. Actually makes it a 1-minute advantage for CLG. Much needed round. Now can Hiko clutch it one more time? But this time he only has an AWP instead of an AK-47. Well, you could say only, but it's still strong enough. Take 9 coming through. 1 versus 1. 8 seconds left on the clock. He does have the bomb on his back. JDM picking
no way.
another clutch. Another 2 versus 1. And oh my god. I would be tilted right now if I was
I'm sure they are. I'm sure it's not a healthy environment right now in that team house. They're probably losing their minds that Hiko has now clutched them 3 times, Fugly once, and Nitro once. That's 5 clutch rounds for Liquid. And that's the difference in their score, is right there. That is incredible, man. I can't even believe it. I don't want to take too much away from CLG. Those were brilliant efforts from Hiko 3 times and Fugly once and Nitro once, but I think we do have to talk about that one round now that we have the time. It's paused in halftime. That 1v1 between Tarek and Hiko over on that B side, that cost 2 rounds. He lost that round, and because of it, CLG had to eco the next. And that is a questionable one. I think there was 20 seconds left on the clock when Tarek had the 1v1. Bombs down long B platform. Hiko's low HP stuck in drop down room. Tarek tries to push him for the engagement, and Hiko makes him pay for it. The only thing I can think of is Tarek thinks it's an easy kill because Hiko's low, but it's never an easy kill on Hiko. And he's, when you put him, you box him in on the corner, you put him up against the ropes, you put him in that clutch situation, he thrives on that pressure, man. He has just ice in his veins. And I mean, he punished him 3 times that half for it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And now we're going to have to see how CLG is going to fare on T side. And they had the choice to choose the side that they wanted because this is Team Liquid's map pick. So they chose to play the CT side first, and they weren't able to do what they wanted to do because they actually got those kills. They actually did what they needed to do in terms of elaborating to the mid-round to the end of the rounds because they had the advantage all the time, the 2 versus 1, those 3 versus 1. But somehow it comes down to these 1 versus 1s in the end. Even if it's a 3 versus 1, right? They're not peeking as a team. They're not flashing for each other to come out. Maybe they don't have enough nades to work with towards the end of the round. But at the same time, you don't have these 2-man pushes to go for refrags. They're just peeking 1 by 1. And it's happened at least 5 times.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, like those 5 clutch rounds made all the difference that half. Really. There's at least one of them where I felt like CLG committed a pretty big error. But then, like I said, you can't take away from Liquid. Their dudes are just hitting their shots right now.
Wow. So looks like we're about to go live here on the second half. We have switched sides. If you just tuned in, this is still the first map for the last game here of the regular season between CLG and Team Liquid for the Pro League Season number 8 on CEVO.
And if you ever needed a pistol, this is the one.
Boy. And it's looking very good for T side because there's only one guy watching the site. It's going to be Fugly who rotates back towards the connector, and they're going to play retake. But it's a 3-man aggressive push, and I don't think they're going to expect this flank. And just like that, Adren goes for the drive-by headshot onto Cutler. Tark at least watches the flank, gets the goosh onto Elige as well. And we are clearing out towards the outside B as well. He gets another ding. He's going to probably win this. No, he runs out of bullets, actually. And Elige is going to get the kill. He runs out of bullets himself. But it's a 3 versus 1, and the bomb is
his
not
turn?
on it. With 3 HP? I doubt it.
Yeah. Just asking a bit much here.
Yeah, so at least Hayes is jumping up and down, getting that information here for his team.
How's he still alive?
He's now committed inside the site. Yeah, he was just waiting right now for Elige to get close enough for the rest of CLG to peek out.
Yeah, so now CLG can slightly have a little bit of relief. At least now they're still in the game, right? But now they have to just focus on not getting ecoed here. I mean, I'm sure Liquid are going to put 1 force buy in here this particular round. No, not. Just P250s, no armor, a couple of nades, so very conservative from Liquid. That leads me to believe they really want to get that op out immediately on CT side.
Well, at least the P90 comes to work here for JDM as well, and they actually have a 5-man stack for the CT side up towards B. Elige is just going to spam across, maybe to give a little bit more time for his teammates to position themselves. But you can see that CLG are slowly walking back here towards his mid side to work towards A, so there's really only going to be Adren that's going to have to try to hold it.
I mean, they're just stacking over towards the B's bomb site. They're gambling. I mean, which is what you have to do in a situation like this. You don't have any money invested into it. If it doesn't work out, oh well. You just go for exits. If it does, and I mean, you just strip away hope from CLG yet again.
And JDM's still lurking around here, right? So he's making himself known and showing his presence so that he can keep the CTs as long as he can towards B. But now they finally spot the bomb, so they're rotating up towards A, and it's a 5 versus 4 actually on a hold.
Huntley slipped through, but he gets caught by Cutler. Big kill there from him, because that could have been really dangerous. But CLG looks like they're going to shout the round, no problem. If he go clutches this, I'm done, man.
There's
All
one,
right.
and that's it.
All right, but I would literally be done if he won that one. But so that's good. I mean, CLG they're moving in the right direction here. They're gonna get to 8 rounds, it looks like. But now on the opening gun round is gonna be the big question, man. Is Hayes gonna be able to open up long B like Nitro and company were able to do for their team? That's going to be big. What can Tarek do on the T side? You know, he hasn't had the best of games so far. He really needs to step up as well. They need him a lot to help them open up things on this terrorist side. Those are going to be kind of the 2 key players to keep an eye on if CLG wants to try to make this comeback.
Adren just 8 and 8 to start things off at 53, but we're pushing aggressively for the T's inside to be bomb set. But it's a 4-man stack coming through Elige. Getting a 1D, getting a second one onto FNS. And that actually leaves a gun here in the hands of what is T's very soon. But as they're trying to go for it, we're still pushing for CLG side, so they can pick up the AK. And Nitro just decides to jump into the flames. We saw that from the overview. Let me just make it a little bit harder for Fugly. And Fugly gets picked off by Cutler. It's going to be that 10-8 score like you mentioned here, Dust. But we're finally going to see this battle. And at that point, though, they still don't have enough kills to maybe have enough damage coming in for full armor and kits, stuff like that for Adren. So he's going to have to go with small armor AWP.
Yeah, and like I said, the Liquid has a different philosophy on the CD side. Adren's going to be more op heavy towards the A side of the map, as opposed to JDM, who's more of a B guy with his ops. So that's going to be the one difference here. He's going to play up with Hiko. And like I said, the 3 heavy hitters, though, for this team rifle-wise are all on that B side of the map. So that's going to be a tough matchup for guys like Tarek and Hayes to try to open things up. But they're going to try to do this quick B split. They already have Hayes inside a drop down. Nitro, though, waiting for him here, holding the angle. But Hayes gets the entry, and they need a lot of that from him on this half. That's a good start.
Oh, yeah, you're giving way too much room right now to maneuver towards this drop zone, but Fugly and Elige going to work, traded back. It's now a 2 versus 2, and that P90 still stays in the hands of JDM. He puts Hiko down to 28. That nade could kill him. That nade will kill him. Now it's a 2 versus 1. They know Adren's at the connector with the AWP as well, and FNS is creeping slowly around that area and should give an opening. Note, he's going to peek back right now. But the bomb should be picked up and should be planted by JDM as well as he picks up an AK-47. So this is going to have to be a big round now for Adren. He's going to decide to go for it. So he picks up the M4, misses a nade, but somehow it's good because it lands at the feet of Finesse, and Finesse still manages to win the fight at the end of the day. So now Counter Logic Gaming make it a 9-10 and putting Liquid in a tough feat right now. Should they go for a forced buy or just let them tie?
I think they're going to save up here. And I mean, we talked about that matchup in the pregame show, Hayes versus Nitro on both sides of the map. And Hayes is able to get that duel on Nitro from drop down. And Tarek was also able to get the kill onto Elige. So that was the big rifles, the main entry force for CLG between those two, being able to best Liquid that time around as far as how the trades went out. So that's a good first step. And now they should be able to get the 10 here as Liquid is, you know, just on the pistols. But I mean, that third round, the Deagle of Elige put up a lot of pressure, but not this time. He gets taken out immediately.
Yeah, they tried to stack towards the A-bomb side this time for Liquid, which did not pay off in their favor. The gamble did not work again, and the B side should be easy right now for CLG to plant. And we're just waiting to see, are they going to try to boost up here and try to go for a flank after that? They're actually all 3 guys holding inside drop zone, so just looking for exits from that positioning there.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be CLG's round here. They're going to be able to tie this up at 10-10, and what a game again. I mean, I can't stress that enough. I mean, this has been an intense battle here from both sides. CLG, they want it. They want that land spot, but Liquid wants to make the group a bit easier on themselves if they can get rid of CLG, and CLG needs both maps, so this map is really the big one.
Yeah, that's it. They're going for the boost exit kill, but look at that. Better positioning. Cutler just read them like a book. Still winning on the top. They still managed to get the kill, though, from Adren onto Hayes. So that's a little bit of money to be spent for this round here for the T side, but they are looking good so far. Because even if you look at JDM, he's got a P250 from Hiko, and I think the AWP is from Adren. So he's basically not spent any money at all for quite a few rounds, so builds enough economy to go for drops if needed be for the team.
All right, so we're going to see Adren back onto the op here. Rifles across the board for the rest of the team. We are seeing Adren opening pick on the tear. That's a big tool already gone for CLG to open up sites. Now it's up to Hayes. He's going to come out in the long B platform. He's playing alone right now. The rest of the team is starting to slowly get in position to back him up here. But it's already a man advantage to Liquid, so that is certainly bad news for CLG. Let's see if they can respond.
Well, they are going for a boost inside B, so they're going to play a little bit slightly passively right now for the CT side, as Elite's going to be able to take down FNS, so the element of surprise on that boost on that tree, because they haven't really done it yet, works in their favor this time.
Absolutely, and Finesse didn't really have the backup he needed quick enough. They were a little bit slow to get out to a system, and so they just keep giving advantage to Liquid, but we have a lag out situation
yeah, I was about
going
to
on
say,
here.
I'm like,
what is going on?
Staring at Elige. What's going on? So,
I don't know, man.
yeah, so it's gonna be we're gonna keep it at a 10-10 score so far. We'll see if the server is gonna come back at the end of this round. Yes, looks like it is.
I don't know. I mean, is it us or is it the? Okay, yeah, Nitro raffled. So apparently, this round should be medic 100%. I feel like.
Roll the on floor laughing. That's what Nitro said.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
let's
this
see
will
what
definitely be
happens here.
medicked.
JDM's the last man standing, and he gets picked off here by Hiko.
Yeah, I really, really hope they pause and we sort this out, because that wasn't legit. No pause. They could. I mean, they have every right to call a pause and ask an admin about that round and do a redo, 100%. But they're not pausing. And
Let's say
they're
they
not
have the
talking to an admin.
confidence. Let's say they have the confidence. So it's going to be 11-10 in favor of Team Liquid. It is unfortunate for them to try to hold out towards that, or try to execute towards this B bomb site, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Team Liquid's round here. And not only that, it was looking good in Team Liquid's favor anyways from the pick that Adren had at the beginning of the round, just from his aggressive peak from mid side up to top mid on T side, but to get the first kill onto Taric and give an early man advantage for Liquid side.
I'm gonna have this op over here at long A, so I guess we're just gonna have to assume that they're just gonna play on. Like I said, they would have been able to pause and talk to Nam in there if they wanted to try to sort that out, but they decided to just play on. I don't want to hear about it on Twitter, CLG. Chance, he didn't take it. Dren getting that op pick though, big kill there to start this round off.
So Adren gets the close range off kill onto Cutler and already gets the bomb down and gets a quick scope to take down Hayes and barely saw him there. And now GDM is the last man standing. He's at least able to take down Adren to retaliate back, but that's still going to be an AWP salvage, sorry. So still a 2-op setup. So we asked it about it at the beginning of the game, or I asked about it at the beginning of the game here, Dust, where maybe they would have a double up setup here for the CT side. Seeing how Nitro was opping on cash fairly well for the team, they are executing that way for Cobble.
Well, he really has to be the one. I mean, Hiko isn't comfortable doing it. Elise isn't comfortable doing it. Fugly rather not either. So Nitro kind of has to be the secondary opera. I know Adren even told me last night that he strays away from it, but in given situations when he knows it can be a benefit, he'll grab it. And I mean, he has had, I guess, a couple of tough rounds with the M4 on B. So switching to the op makes total sense. Adren, though, had such a big round last round at the op, right? Hat trick over on the bomb side. Really well done. And so CLG, they force buy up here. They're going to try to see if they can't come right back at Liquid. And here we see them trying to attack in the B, but this boost from Nitro doesn't find anything just yet. And CLG will begin to push into the site.
Such patient play there from the T side, and finally they peek out, but Hayes is down at 1 HP, and somehow they still get a bomb flag coming through on a 5 versus 5, so we're going to see a bloodbath very soon. Lots of smoke inside the site. They're positioning themselves for this hold for T side, and Cutler finally gets the first kill of this round with the Tech 9, so he had no rifles. A rotation comes through, trades comes across, but it's going to be still a 3 versus 1 at the end of the day, and Adren with an AWP on a 3 versus 1. I think that's it. He's going for that smoke, maybe to try to lure them out. But this is after they heard that op shot, and he whiffs that one too. CLG pretty much resets the money back for Team Liquid.
And that was really important to win that round too. Their own economy was on the line. You know, they lose that round, all of a sudden they're back to saving. You see Liquid maybe stepping up to 14-10. With that round, they're able to close the gap just a bit, work towards the tie, and even put Liquid onto a force here. So really big round there for them. It's Finesse stepping up, 22 kills right now. He had a couple of really key frags on that take on B, and so I mean it's this guy here. I guess the one least expected to really step up and frag heavy. He's doing his job right now. And CLG again, they're looking for a quick B hit.
Let's see if it's going to work out in their favor right now. There's a lot of spam coming through from Nitro at the beginning of this round, but so far they will not see anything yet. Again, it's still lots of patience display. It worked last time for CLG. They'll try it again with these smokes set up. This is actually great smokes. Look at that. It's a whole wall across to prevent Adren to get an op. So Adren, because of that, plays more inside the site. He's able to get one kill, but then quickly gets traded out. So now the bomb is planted, and as the smoke dissipates, they're going to be have a better positioning on T side.
Yeah, really, really good here. Liquid still trying to go for this retake here. They have a 3-on-4, but now Tarek and Cutler unleash. And now Leash is left alone. 1v4, but he gets a couple of kills now. 1 versus 2. Getting flanked from Ness. He grabs that as well. He's getting now in a 1v1. He could get the quad kill clutch here. It's up to JDM on the long B platform. Hiding behind the box. Leash has no kit. He has to play this smart. All that fire probably does it.
That's a 1 versus 1. That bomb is going to go off no matter what. But at the end of the day, it's going to be JDM that wins that fight versus Elige. We are now tied up 12-12, and this force buy that they had did not work. Now they're going to be on an eco coming through here, and CLG is looking good to take the lead out of this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, they have Liquid onto a save now. They've gotten a couple in a row. This is definitely attack. We already even see Elise saying it's attack, and this is probably a good time to call it. I might have waited until after this eco was over and done it on my next gun round. But I see a lot of teams, maybe it gives you even more time to talk before the initial gun round. When you take a timeout now, you extend your talks even into the eco round a bit, maybe. Well, and it's also just a time to just chill out for a sec. You know?
I think it should be the opposite, because say you don't call the pause right now, you're forcing a save, because now that maybe this pause is going to be like, okay, can we go? Should we go for a pistol buy and stack somewhere? If it's not the case and they have to think about the future rounds, then I would have left this round unpaused where you could actually discuss it a little bit more. And once the round ends, if you feel the need that you still need to have a pause to discuss it a little bit further, then you do so. And if not, then you're set. You could continue on to the next round and save that timeout for later.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think I just prefer pauses for me before the gun round starts, not when you know you're about to go into an eco. That's just kind of my personal take, but I see a lot of teams doing it this way. Either way, CLG has begun to put the pressure on Liquid here. I mean, they've had a great T side. Finesse is playing really, really well. Hayes has been able to get some pretty key entries. Really, the whole team is performing here on CLG. I mean, everyone is in the mid to high teens at this point, at least. So yeah, definitely just a good effort across the board here. And you know, I think the big difference here is in the first half, Liquid were winning all these clutch rounds on their terrorist side. CLG seem to be winning theirs much more in a clean fashion. They very rarely have to do that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll wait and see what they're going to have to do once this unpauses. But what do you think has to be going on here for Team Liquid side? Because it seems as though it's maybe the holds in the beginning and the retakes are not working for Liquid. So do they have to position themselves a little bit more different for CT side to win those initial fights?
Nitro's struggling here on the CT side, man. He had a great T half. When you look at his numbers here, he's 14 kills. All of those came in the first half. He's 0-8 right now defending that B bomb site. He's tried it with the rifle. He's gotten taken out. He had an op 1 round. Wasn't able to do anything with that either. So that's really a big deal to have one of your main B defenders not being able to get any frags so far this half. So Nitro needs to kick it up a notch here. He had a great first half. I can't take that away from him, but now they need him more than ever to come alive here and help them close out this game if they're in fact going to ever do so. Liege, on the other hand, he's played well on B, 12-8 right now. So he's putting in his work, but Nitro has to come in and help him out a little bit here.
Well,
let's see. 1-6.
Yeah, so we'll see if that could be the case here for Team Liquid. But again, it's the way how you can execute so quickly towards this bomb side, right? Look at how CLG sets up. Like I said, well, and this is just in general as well for any T side. Usually having 2 maybe towards the drop zone and then 3 guys pushing through. As soon as you take control of that, you have basically 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 if everybody's survived to push through from the drop zone towards the broken wall as well as upper platform. So you're 2 or 3 guys that's gonna have to try to hold against 5 people pushing through. That's actually quite difficult to do. And once the T's actually take control of the B site, if they do so, then usually you're gonna see a 3 versus 2 on a rotation coming out from the CT side on A.
And again, I think my take on it is going to be that like Nitro and Philly need to step up. These are the other 2 key riflers on this team next to Nitro on a regular basis. They're the other 2 B defenders next to Elige. And both of them so far are struggling to find kills. And now it's Philly getting tested again. They're pushing into drop. He is able to get away here. He doesn't get taken out. And I mean, CLG again, and they're starting to put their feelers out in the B. Finesse is already in connector. Yeah. I mean, they're doing a huge bleed split right now.
Yeah, at least Fugly is able to spot back towards this connector door. And Elige is at the top, though. He's going to try to go for a double kill, but will not win that one. But Fugly still stays alive, makes it a 2 versus 2. So Tarek is going to force him out. Finesse gets the kill inside the winner room now. maybe that's it as well. They're playing it very passively. I talked about it before here, Dust. We talked about a lot of room to maneuver inside that drop zone. It's because they're not actually playing inside. Oh my god.
There it is.
I should have just called that clutch, but...
Yeah, I mean, both players were really, really low on HP, so you have to give some credit to Elish. He held his ground. He got his 1 kill on the Lumby platform, but Fugly, we talked about it. He's had a rough half so far. He was 1-7 before this round. He gets a couple of really key frags here to kind of help hold off that drop push just a bit and give Hiko a winning situation with the damage that he did. And I mean, Hiko, he's usually pretty good for clutches no matter what, but then on top of that, you give him a huge health advantage. I mean, that's just, you know, feeding even more into his abilities, and there you have it. We're tied up at 13 all.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to talk about here, that it's room to maneuver. FNS actually plays it inside, literally, the drop zone, right where they come in. The way that we're playing on CT side, we're actually playing in that extra room on the left side, which gives a chance for the T to drop and take control of connector at the same time.
Yeah, that's very
true. Why it's a little bit hard.
And now Nitro, what can he do? He's only got the mag 7 here. It's a force buy from Liquid, and again, he gets taken out. Still no kills on this half, man. Elish, though, he does get 1 deagle out, so he's trying to buy some time here. Trying to see if he can find more. He does. What a shot.
Through the flower pot, gets a 1 dig, at least thankfully from help from Nitro. Now it's a 3 versus 3. We're still trying to commit inside this B bomb site for the terrorist team of CLG. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug there. Everybody looks like they're terrorists, so just follow through with the tags. Now the bomb has been planted at the default spot. Hayes is going to play ring around to Rosie. A flash comes through for the teammate, but he cannot peek out to get the kill. So a 1-minute advantage comes in for Team Liquid for this retake, as JDM is still on the top of the site with this AWP. But we are not anywhere close so far yet for Liquid to try to go for this defuse. And just like that, they simultaneously die right after for Cutler and JDM. So Liquid moves in, gets the defuse, and they retake the lead in this game. But looking at maybe a possible overtime with the outcome of this half so far.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 real storylines here for Liquid at this point. Nitro still at 0 kills. That's a little bit rough, but Fugly back-to-back rounds where he's gotten 2 kills, so he's starting to step it up. He's starting to give Elish some help, and look at Elish, man. I mean, he's just been... He was a little bit quiet, I guess, in the first half, because other guys like Nitro and company are really doing a big job. But, I mean, on this CT side, he's been nuts. Getting those 2 1-dig headshots was absolutely massive. It got the kills. It bought time. It was just such a big impact on the round. And now it's CLG on their force buy. They're going to try their luck at B again. Let's see what they can do.
A trend up. Oh, misses the shot. As he's forced to fall back with Nitro now, and that smoke is going to buy them a little bit more time and better on the setup. But look at Nitro moving in with a mag 7, and he just runs through the smoke to get the first kill onto Hayes. And CLG, meanwhile, have committed inside this B bomb site. Elish is inside the chicken coop. Tariq knows that he's there, but he still loses that fight. Bomb is least planted, so the mission is somewhat a success, but it heavily invested in a lot, actually, to try to get this bomb plant down. So the
Nitro's on the board, boys.
Yeah, welcome.
Also, some good boosting from him, too. I mean, he boosted a Dren on the tree to get a pick with the yacht. That was actually a pretty key play, so kind of a selfless maneuver to, you know, be some support there to allow a Dren to get working with the op. And now Matt Liquid, this is it. If they win this round, the next map is pretty much meaningless for both teams, really. This is it. CLG have to put this thing in the overtime, and as you mentioned, money is pretty tight here. They tried to go for the force last round, didn't work. They're on a force again here. Means 3 Galils. 2 AKs, very low utility.
Yeah, I mean, they also didn't damage Liquid enough that if they actually win this round, Liquid could still have some sort of rifle power in the round after. They needed to get maybe 1 or 2 more kills here, and then maybe win this. If they're able to win this round, Liquid would have been even tougher for them in round 30.
And look at this, Liquid just stacking B. They've just trusted on Hiko to hold A pretty early. Fugly now has rotated. They're putting that op in B now here, so they're changing things up on Liquid. They're giving him a different look to try to put a stop to this B attack that CLG's been pretty relentless with throughout this game. And they are beginning to fade in that direction. They kind of opened up default, spread out, but now they're tightening up at B. And I'm just wondering, are they going to expect to see a Dren's op again here? That could really be a key factor to get caught off guard by that.
I would love to see it. I don't know if I'm lagged out. Are you still seeing it?
Yeah, I'm still seeing it. Want me to take it out? Yeah, so we are going to see Nitro defending this drop-down room. And again, they give it up. Tarek is going to be pushing in here, but Nitro in position. Pop Flash gets away. A Dren's op does come in. Nitro finds the kill. Elish pops off to it. It's about to be all over. Unless Cutler can come up with a 1 versus 5. This is asking a lot out of the in-game leader, and unfortunately, it's going to be too much. And that was kind of just a quick flurry of flags there from Liquid. Elish. There's such a big CT side overall, man.